What's up, Warriors? How's it going? So 2 years ago, Hugh here and myself were doing a very similar video introducing these shoes right here. That's right, it was the Sua Sponte Mark 1. And as a lot of you saw online, we just introduced Mark 2, these sexy bad boys right here. So we've had a lot of questions that have come in, and we want to take this opportunity to kind of go over those questions with Hugh and kind of get a professional input, insider point of view on some of the questions you guys had. So first question is going to be color comparison of the Gen 1, which I have here in my left hand, versus the Gen 2. Obviously I'll start off real quick with the Gen 2 has this sexy black color to it, which the Gen 1 did not. But anything else you'd like to point out about it there, Hugh?
No, you took out the black accents. That's a good point to make. You can see this angle here is probably the best angle to look at it. You're going to have just a little bit more of a monochromatic gray here in the face fabric here. But color-wise, more black accents. Yep. Makes it look a little bit sleeker.
Yep.
Yeah, color.
It adds a little something like an everyday sort of appeal to it where it doesn't stand out as much, and it still works for urban environments where you have some shadows in the gray. So that's great. Talk about the color difference between the two, and then there's also sizing difference. A lot of people compare it to other shoe brands. I think it's a pretty true to size fit, but there are some changes with the Mark II. Hugh, could you go over that? I'll hold one up for you, make it a little easier.
You're definitely right on the sizing. Most guys that wear other brands, they're not deviating too far from the Salomon's shoes. One thing different on sizing is going to be our width. This shoe is going to be on a slightly wider last. Now, it's not a truly wide shoe, but it is a wider last. If you wear our Quest or are familiar with the Quest fit, the new shoe is going to fit just like those. The sizes offered have expanded also. It used to be 7 to 13, now it is 4 to 15.
Right.
That is a women's 5 to a women's 16. So all you size 16 females out there, we're finally making a shoe for you.
And another great point about that we should point out is the fact that there are a few mid-size in there that were taken out to be able to allow for that kind of breadth in sizing, but I think it's going to help you guys out in the long run. One other thing, it's hard to compare here the width because of two different sizes obviously that we're holding. But one thing to keep in mind is the fact that a lot of times when we have people calling in that the shoes fit a little snug, and we recommend going either to a Quest or a wider shoe, the new width on these might be able to kind of help out with that a little bit. It'll give you more room. So if you have a tight foot, hopefully this will work for you. Another question that we had that came in was, so we were having issues with the tongue on the older one where it was kind of sticking out a little bit. This is not stitched back a little, so it kind of pops up. When I wear these old ones, depending on the kind of pants, sometimes they do stick out a little bit. And these, I don't feel like that happens as much. And Hugh and I were talking about before, it looks like, it's stitched a little more, and also this padding is, not that it's gone, but it's just trimmed down a little bit. So if anyone's having issues with that with their uniform, whatever it may be, that is no longer there. And obviously one of the things that we have to talk about is what exactly is the magic of the Mark II. Durability is key. I'll let Hugh talk about that here in a moment, but really keep in mind that Salomon is always listening to your guys' input. And if you had an issue with the shoe before, or whatever it may be, they've listened to you and they made adjustments. So Hugh, why don't you talk about some of those things that have been introduced to the XA Forces Mid, which are now the Sua Sponte Mark II.
Sure. So the durability is right. So we changed this face fabric here. We upgraded it from the older one. We listened to your complaints. We listened to your problems. There were some failure points with stitchings on the side. We've upgraded all the stitching. I'm not going to get too close on this, but you can see from the old to the new, where there was one stitch, now there's 3, and sometimes where there's 2, there's now 4. We just upgraded all of the contact points, including the durability of the leather.
Extra padding on the inside.
Yeah, there's extra medial pad here for day-to-day wear and tear. The durability will be the huge. That's the biggest thing that we're going for here. Just beef it up. Let's make it better for work.
Everyday use, I feel like. I feel like the extra durability allows me to be able to use it for whatever I need it to and not have to worry that the shoe is going to get ruined. I really didn't have that issue with the first one, but now I know that that is definitely not going to be an issue. Another quick couple of things I want to point out was, obviously, we talked about the colors. This is a non-Gore-Tex version. The original one was Gore-Tex. We've gotten on gore, so it's going to feel a little more comfortable in terms of temperature. And then lastly, one of the big things is that we actually have the branded US Elite logo right there on the tongue. So that's, let Abe zoom in there, get a sexy shot of it close up. Awesome shoe. We love the original. You know, we can only improve and do better, and I definitely think that's what we've done with this new version. So again, thank you guys for your input. We've listened to what you've had to say. Thank you, Hugh, for making this possible, and thank you for coming today and helping us do the big announcement of the Sua Sponte Mark II. Hope you guys dig it. Let us know what you guys think. Pick up a pair now. Available right now at US Elite and only US Elite. So we love to hear what you guys think. See you guys soon. Stay safe. Hugh, thank you so much for coming.
All right.
Have a good one, buddy, and see you guys later.